Wow. Okay. Hi. Thank you, everyone. How are you guys doing? Good? Yeah, great. Yeah, we're all in Canada. That's cool, right? That's fun. Yeah, I love Canada. I love the snow. No, wait, I don't actually. I hate the snow. I love Canada. Hate the snow because we get so chaotic. Like life gets so chaotic in the snow. Am I right? Yeah, this guy had to when it was snowing earlier, 3 weeks ago. Do you guys remember? Everything had to shut down. But when it was snowing, this guy had to push my car out of the snow with his body. Yeah. And I have to fuck that guy now. Because he used his back, like he put his back into it, you know? He gave me his back, and that's the least I can do. My boyfriend's sitting in the passenger seat. Right? I'm like, he's dying, like, go help him, right? Look at him, he's trying so hard. My boyfriend's like, no, it's fine, just fuck him after, it's okay. My seat warmer is kicking in right now. Like, I can't, not leaving. Yeah, I love Canada, but I'm an immigrant though. Is that okay? Does everyone feel good still? No refunds to the show. Yeah, I am an immigrant, and it doesn't matter how you feel, I'm not leaving. I got in there. And it was fun. I moved here. Well, okay, I was born under the one-child policy, which sounds really serious, but it was very fun. It was very fun. No, it was really fun because every time I would do something and my mom would get upset at me, she would get mad, I would be like, what? You're gonna have another one? Oh, okay. Go to your room, think about what you just said to me. Also, get me and my friends around to apple juices, okay? Quick, go. Yeah, my mom's dumb. No. No, she's cool. I moved here when I was 10, and I was a little Asian girl. As a little Asian girl growing up in a white country, I would say. Is that fair to say? Yeah, growing up in a white country, I felt like I had to represent my culture, right? I would tell everyone I meet, I would be like, my favorite princess is Mulan. I love her, even though no one asked me, right? They're like, get off the slide. Yeah. And then the white children would come to me too, and then they would be like, oh, my favorite is also Mulan. She's great. And I would get a little upset, just a little upset, because they have so much more to choose from, right? I would be like, you're wasting it. I got mad because, like, I didn't actually like Mulan too much. Yeah. Confession. Yeah, I know. I just felt like that was the one piece of China I had left to hold on to, right? I was like, oh, tell everyone Mulan, okay. And so, but my actual favorite princess was Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. Because she was asleep for that whole movie. And when she woke up, she had a castle and money, right? Like, that's magical, right? Mulan had to cut her hair with a sword and then fight a war. I'm gonna throw up. It's just like, okay, Mulan's story was just so close to all the Asian stories that I heard in China already, right? She did so many great things for women, right? She killed so many men, like, great. Good job, girl. Right? You're a business bitch, right? But just her story was just so close to all the Asian stories I heard in China already, right? Which is you're not special, you gotta work hard, and be awake as much as possible. So Sleeping Beauty was like a feminist icon in China, right? She did so much for us. She's like, you don't have to do what you're told, huh? Just fall asleep. That's nice. One of my friends, I forgot already. I looked back. How are you guys feeling? Good? Okay. Don't worry. I'm gonna edit this part out. Where this will be check-in, so you're like, oh, she's still a normal person. She's not a joke machine. Right? Because I came out here, I was like, okay, I gotta do the jokes. And now I'm like, okay, I can breathe a little, right? We can edit this. Okay, I'm a normal person, okay. Sick, okay. So, I can chill. I feel better, because the beginning was good. Do you guys think it was good? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Save it for your laughter sounds. I feel chill now. I'm like, we could just cut this, you know? Whatever. Okay, serious time. So I have, what if I just change my voice? Like, for all the jokes, I'm like, very on, and then for in between, I'm like, fuck you guys. You guys want me to do jokes? Okay, anyways. So, I have a friend who she's texting this guy right now. Yeah. And he's not that into her. He's not being very responsive. He's responding to her like every 12 days or so. Right? It's very festive. Yeah. Like the holidays. And she decided to deal with it like this. She decided to text him, hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you replying? Why don't you like me? All of those things, yeah. I got really mad at her because that's not how you deal with a situation like that, right? You don't text a guy those things. That's crazy. Am I right? Yeah, yeah. If you really want to know, you drive to his house and you look in the window. Like an adult. It's like, why'd you get a driver's license? You know? Stupid. It's because you don't show your hand, right? Like, all my ex-boyfriends, they all think I'm chill, which is really funny for me. Because it was so easy to trick them. It was so easy. This is what I did for all of them. I would just throw my coat on the ground. I would just toss it. I'm like, I don't even care where my coat goes. I don't care. And all of them, they were like, whoa. My girl's chill. Boys, I got a good one. That's what they would say to their friends. And then I would turn around and I would make copies of keys that I found, right? Just let myself in, you know? They're like, how'd you get in here? I'm like, look at my coat. They're like, oh yeah. I must have let you in. But that was old times, right? Like stalking in real life. That's very old-fashioned. Yeah. Because we have apps now on our phones. I have like 3 apps on my phone that will tell me exactly where my boyfriend is without his consent. I've never said that sentence without smiling. And it's hard. Okay, there was so much more mystery back in the day. It was like, you just put your family, you can have 2 separate families if you want. You just put them next to 2 different grocery stores, right? And they'll never find out about each other ever. Because that's all you did. You just go to the grocery store, you like talk about planes. You're like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Hope I get to ride one day. Enough crazy talk. Let's get some supper, right? That was old times. Do you remember? And yeah, and that's fine. And now I can track exactly how much water my boyfriend is drinking every day through meal tracking apps. If you guys wanna, and he puts that in himself. He's like, I'm a health nut. I'm like, cool. Let me see. And if it's too much water, like it's more than normal, we're gonna have a problem, right? I'm like, why do you need all that extra moisture? Where is that going? Is there a girl you want? That was like a, that was like a, maybe I'll keep, maybe I won't. How you guys feeling? Okay, don't, I forgot you guys scream every time I say that. It's too dramatic. I wanted more like a, I'm glad you're all here though, because, and you like wanted to see the show, and you knew there was gonna be a show, right? Because I did this, okay. I did a show for female empowerment, that was the theme. It was at a restaurant, and no one told them about the show. They were just like, here's some women, right? And everyone was there for dinner. They wanted food. And then these bitches just came up and started talking, right? We were like, we have wombs. Like, that's what we were. And everyone just, the whole restaurant, at the beginning, business was booming for this restaurant. Full restaurant, 10 people, all packed in there. At the end, it was empty. And it's funny because it's for female empowerment, but I'm pretty sure everyone left hating women after. Yeah, do you guys like women? Yeah. Just keep saying that. All right, yeah. But you know what? I love women, of course. I have a lot of female friends, but I don't trust. I sound like I'm about to say something really sexist, which I am. So a lot of my girls. Okay, so. I don't trust when girls say that they're in a really good place right now, right? Because no one is closer to a meltdown, right? You know, anytime when a girl's like, hey, I don't know what it is, I don't know. I just am in a really good place right now. I don't know why. I'm not sure what it is. It's like, it's depression. Yeah. That's what it is, yeah. Do you guys know girls like that just say, I'm in a good place, and then 2 months later, they're pregnant, right? I know a few. It's because I do it all the time, too. My girlfriends and I, we take turns saying it to each other, and then we're like, hey, what are you doing the next day? They're like, what? Because I want to, like, watch you cry really hard. It's funny. So that happened to me. I said it recently. I said it on a Tuesday with girlfriends, and I was like, hey, I don't know why. I just feel really good. I feel like I'm in a good place right now. I'm not sure why. And then the next morning, I wasn't drunk anymore, right? And so I was a little sad. And I ordered a pizza with brownies for breakfast. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Good. Good. Not healthy. Almost that healthy. Not healthy. But good. Yum. And I ordered online and I accidentally clicked cookies instead of brownies. Yeah. I know. That's how I felt. And I panicked. I feel the tears. And then I called the Pizza Hut helpline. Yeah. It exists. It's very real. Call the Pizza Hut helpline. And you don't know this because you've never called the Pizza Hut helpline. But they outsource their phone calls to Texas. I don't know what's going on at Pizza Hut, but all the calls are going to Texas. All the ladies are like, howdy. That's. And I'm on the phone with this lady, and she's like, there's nothing I can do. I'm saying it in Canadian, though. Okay. Just imagine the accent. I don't want to do it. She was like, there's nothing I can do about your cookie brownie situation. I'm in Texas. You know this, Andrea. I'm like bawling on the phone. I'm like, I know, Barb, I know. I just need to cry. I just want someone to listen to me. And then I hear the gate of my grandma's house. I'm at my grandma's house. And I hear the gate open, right? It's the pizza delivery guy. Makes me cry even more. And I go out to greet him with my face. And he sees me. I go outside. He sees me. He's like, oh my God, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I'm just choking between tears. I'm just in a really good place right now. I love life. Yeah. He was like, oh, it's fine, I can bring it back. Just stop crying. I was like, okay, can we date? I was like, you're so good at solving problems. I was impressed. I do live with my grandparents, and they do this thing. Okay, so we are immigrants, and they do this thing where they always have to have 34 bags of rice at home. Right? That's the number that makes them feel safe. Yeah. Americans have guns, right? People do bother them about it, but my grandparents are sensitive, okay? 34 bags of rice, we always have to have 34 bags. And it's not the little bags that you guys buy, right? You're like, you guys get a little bag of rice, you're like, whoa, I just want to change things up tonight. I'm feeling crazy. Caleb, I don't know. Let's make some sushi with carrots in it. It's not those, it's not the little bags. It's this big, it's so big. It's like made of cloth. Someone cried while sewing it together. And every time we get to like 17 bags or something, a low number, my grandpa will freak out. He'll be like, Andrea, what are we gonna eat in 2 months? We have to go to Costco right now. He's like holding back tears. And I'm like, yeah, I know, shut up, let's go. Because I'm nervous also, right? I'm like, how do we let it get to this? And so we go to Costco, But do you guys know that saying, don't go to the grocery store on an empty stomach? Yeah, because you end up buying too much. Yeah. That's the same for us, except it goes a little different, the saying. It's, don't go to the bulk food store if you've ever had a communist dictator. Because you buy too much, right? We're like, what if, right? We need it. And it is a real problem. It's a big problem in my house, or at the end of the Costco trip, because we can't fit everything we bought into the car. The trunk is open, right? And my grandpa and I are looking at each other. We're like, okay, what are we gonna do? We can't, fuck. And we came up with this solution twice, legitimately. We said this to each other. We were like, should we leave grandma here? So we could take all the rice home? Should we do that? My grandma's like, yeah. Obviously, yeah. It's because she's been through a war, right? Costco is nice. It's heated. Yeah. Or air conditioning. Any time of the year. They're great. It's because if we leave rice there, someone's going to take it, right? But if we leave my grandma there, no one's going to take her. Because she's a burden. Don't feel bad for her. You're like, oh. No, that's a joke, though, if you feel bad. It is a joke. We've obviously never left her there. She's 80 years old, right? We've just put stuff on top of her. It's good. She likes it because the roast chicken keeps her warm. Okay? It's the best part of her day. We do keep those all that bags of rice around, but there's a problem that comes with everything has a bad thing that's like yin and yang, right? That's not a saying. But everything has a bad, it's like yin and yang. Yeah, take that home. Put it on a pillow. But there is a bad part to the rice. We have a really bad moth problem at home because of the rice. Yeah, it's like pantry moths. Do you guys get those? You can get it from quinoa too. I'm translating, right? Yeah, I'm super relatable, you know. And no, we get these moths and they don't care. They're really weird. These moths are weird because, okay, I found out that they came from bags of rice when I was 11. My grandma was like, yeah, they just come from the bags of rice and nothing else. And I was like, what? Life is gonna be crazy. Rice is not alive. I was so upset over that. And that's where they came from. And these moths are super weird because they don't care about dying, right? They don't care. Like, I'll go and swat them because we have so many. And then they're just on the walls. This is them. They're on the wall. And they're like, oh, you're trying to kill me? Oh, here, I won't move. Try again. Yeah, my mom is a bag of rice. Life has no meaning. Just do it. I'm gonna tell more grandma jokes, but you guys better not be soft, okay? Don't on me, cause we go in hard on my grandma. That's the name of this album. We go in hard on her. Because she deserves it. She deserves it. No, she's great. But, okay, what I'm about to say is I know you're not going to like, okay. So, is that carbonated? What sounded like it? It was like, I'm gonna bring my big bottle. Okay, so my grandma has heart disease, and that's okay. Modern medicine is so great. You could just take pills and she'd just go run a lap, right? And it's fine. She's fine. She's doing great. But she doesn't believe in it very much. Like, she believes in traditional Chinese medicine, like herbs and spices, more than white medicine, right? And that's, I don't know. Here's the problem, right? And one day we were walking around the park, and she was like, oh, I can't, Andrea, we have to go home right now. I can't feel my left arm. And I'm freaking out. Yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm like, should I call an ambulance? Like, I'll call 911, let's go to a hospital. And she was like, no. Just get me home. I just need to eat a green onion while facing north. I'll fix this. And she does that, which drives me nuts because it hurts her. But she does it to other people. She pushes her beliefs onto other people around her also. Like, I have a lot of food allergies, and she cooks for me. And I'm allergic to pine nuts, and she puts it in all of my food because she thinks I'm just not eating it enough. Yeah. She was like, you need to be more alpha than the pine nuts. You just need to show the pine nuts that you're in charge. Just put your dominance, be more alpha the pine nuts. My grandma loves Joe Rogan. And so she puts it on my food, and I get very upset. And I'm like, Grandma, can you please stop putting pine nuts in my food, please? And she's like, okay. And okay, I will. And so she started to grind up the pine nuts to put it in. Yeah. And then one day I was eating, and I was like, Grandma, did you put pine nuts in this? And she's like, yeah, how did you know? I grinded it up. And I was like, oh, I can't breathe. That's how I know. Call an ambulance. She's like, no, I have a green onion. And a compass will be fine. I had to take my grandma, there's so much grandma shit. I had to take her to the hospital recently, and that's fine, she was faking it. You guys, she was, you know her by now. You know her tricks, okay? You know. She was faking it for attention, I think, right? Because how else is she gonna get attention? She gonna take a picture of her boobs and post it online? She's gonna caption it "Home Alone" and open her DMs? No. She has to be like, I'm dying. I'm like, I'll bite. What's up, grandma? Right? But she's fine. She's fine. She still tries with her boobs though, right? We went to the doctor for a regular checkup one day, and the doctor told her to take off her jacket because he has to listen to her heart, right? And then he turned around to go get his stethoscope, which it wasn't already around his neck. Like, this guy was a bad doctor, right? I was like, did you even go to medical school? It goes around your neck. Well, this dumbass doctor was turned around. My grandma, she lifted her shirt up, like the same way the Girls Gone Wild girls do it. Just all the way, and she was like waiting. And I was just watching this. I was like, what are you? And then the doctor turned around and he was like, oh. It was a walk-in doctor. Like, he was not expecting this today. He's like, oh no. No, not like this, no. And my grandma's like, right? Which that sucks, right? It's 2020. My grandma can't flash a doctor. Come on, feminists. Let's get her to do that. Okay, that's the end of grandma stuff. Oh, you're sad? Oh, fuck you. I'm in charge. No, just kidding. Hi. You guys are cool. More about me here. How about that? I think that's fun. I'm an Asian person, and I like being Asian. I think it's very the same as everyone else, except sometimes it's a little different though. Sometimes it will be a little different. Sometimes people will automatically hate me, which is racism. But whatever, you take what you can get, it's fine. And if you don't know how that feels, you're like a white person, you don't know how racism feels, here's how you can experience it. You just bring your bike onto the SkyTrain. People will be really mad at you, all right? People are like, oh, they're taking up so much space. Can you just bike to where you're going? Get out of my city. But on the flip side of that, people will automatically love me. Some people, they are the ones that click Asian on porn, right? They love me. They're like, whoa, damn, she's here. Maybe she'll touch it. I don't know. And I had that recently. I went to a doctor, and we love doctors in the family. But I went to a doctor, and I was in the waiting room, and he had a lot of Asian decorations on the walls, and like paintings of branches and waves and red pillows and stuff, right? We all know that's Asian, yeah. And I was like, okay, there's no way this guy is Asian. No Asian person's that into Asian culture. Or they would have stayed in wherever, right? To live their dream, yeah. Why are you in Canada? And so I was expecting this like old white guy to come in, right? And he's gonna ask me, hey, what kind of Asian are you? And I'm gonna be like, I'm Chinese. And then he's gonna be like, are you sure? Like, 'cause you look Korean because of your skull shape. And I'm gonna be like, well, I guess you did more research than me. So maybe I'm Korean, I don't know. So I was ready for that, and this like old white doctor came in, and he was just his face lit up right away. Like as soon as he saw me, he's like, oh, like the vibe was like, oh, I'm so glad you're here, right? And, like, this room finally makes sense, right? Like I did this for you. Will you touch me? No, that didn't happen. He's a professional, right? He's a professional. He's a real doctor. And this is what happened. I went for a vagina thing, and so he touched me, yeah, with a nurse present, hot, right? He was like, I'm gonna insert this into you, and I was like, lick your lips when you say that. Say that slower. I had a white Christmas this year. Yeah, it was snowing in Calgary, and my boyfriend's family was white, so. Double. And yeah, his family was great. Yeah, my boyfriend's white, and his family was great. It was just one thing. Something happened. It was funny. His cousin came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're gonna love my girlfriend." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Oh, she's a Filipino." He said a Filipino. And I was like, okay, that's the vibe of this party, I guess. And the whole party, I was like waiting for this Filipino to come, right? I was like doing push-ups, you know. I was running laps. I was like, you can do this. And she arrived, and they put us next to each other, right? They put us next to each other. They were like, You're welcome, ladies. Mwah. And I was finally alone with her. I had a moment with her, right? And I killed her. Yeah. I killed her because you go get your own white family. This one's mine. They're hard to find. Just kidding. They're really easy to find. My boyfriend came over for dinner for the first time to meet my family. Yeah. And my grandma heard my grandma heard about it, and she got very excited. She was like, "Your white boyfriend's coming over? I'm going to make him a salad. What a nice day for him." So I feel right at home. And we don't think, I forgot what she said about that. And then we were sitting down having dinner, and she puts down the plate of salad in front of us, and it was just cut up apples tossed in mayonnaise. She was really fancy about it too. She was like, white cuisine. Bon appetit, right? She doesn't speak English. She learned French for that. And she was like, "There's more mayonnaise, like if he needs it. I got some fresh from the market today." And I was very offended on my boyfriend's behalf, because it's like if someone put a plate of fortune cookies in front of me, drenched in soy sauce, right? And all the fortunes inside said car accidents, right? My example was more colorful than the apple with mayonnaise. But I was offended on my boyfriend's behalf, so I stood up for him. Yeah, I stood up. I was like, "Grandma, let's be better, okay? Come on. White people don't just eat mayonnaise. Did you buy ketchup for him? It's very important he has both. Words. What's next? Okay, that one. That's fine. I like that one. Okay, I like that one. I've been watching a lot of movies, and movies are more ethnically diverse now, which I think is great for. I think it's great for people of color, because children, right, teens, they grow up with more confidence, right? And it's great for white children too, because knocks them down a peg, right? Just a little. Enough so that they don't yell racial slurs in public, I think. Because I think racism is just confidence, that's all. So, okay, that's new, I'm gonna cut that. And it's not all winners. And so, movies are more ethnically diverse, and that's great. Because growing up, I only had, just as an Asian woman, I only had 3 people to look up to. I only had Lucy Liu, Sandra Oh, and Scarlett Johansson, right? I didn't have that much to choose from. And so it's great, but it's still a very new thing for all of us, I think, or for me personally. And when I went to go watch Crazy Rich Asians, that was the first one, right? That was the first, everyone's like, they did that? What? And now with Parasite, everyone's like, old news. We've seen it. Great. But yeah, no, that was the first one with Crazy Rich Asians. When I went to go watch it, it was still I knew the whole time that the cast is Asian, whole cast is Asian, but the whole time I was watching it, there was a part of me, just subconsciously, I was like waiting for the white people to show up, right? I was like, where are they? Where's Sandra Bullock? What is she doing? This is a Long Beach story. I don't understand. And I couldn't sleep that night. I went home. I was like, what? There's no white people in this universe? Who's gonna eat all the rhubarb? I think white people are the only people that eat rhubarb. Because it's just that little like tart. Oh, who got me? Oh, it was my pie. How absurd. As white people. I feel okay, I'll do this one. I feel like people get like children's things confused with Asian things. I'll tell you more. I'll explain more, yeah. Because they're both cute. Okay, so Asians like cute things. We all know this. And so do children, right? Yes. And I feel like people get confused because I received a gift this year. It was a fuzzy unicorn notebook. Yeah. And she was like, you can write your jokes in here. And I'm like, we'll see. I like the unicorn so far. We'll see. And I open it, and every page is like, draw your best friend. Draw your favorite snack at recess, right? And I was like, oh, this is for children. Yeah, I can't use this. And my boyfriend will do that too. He'll turn on the kids channel if every time he has to like go take a shit for a long time. And I'm like, no, I don't like that. And here's the difference between children's things and Asian things. I'll tell you. So this okay, I'll do an example of a children's thing. A children's movie, let's say, or story. Hey, this is a cute story. Welcome to my castle. I got some strawberries for you. Yum. That's children. It's very sweet. This is the Asian one. This is hey, this is a cute story. Welcome to my castle. Simone. How many strawberries are in my mouth? Because there has to be a little sexual. Because Asians are adults, right? And I'll just say it to you. And adults like to watch people have sex. What, you guys don't? You just go to a comedy show and you go home and go to sleep? Get out of here. Yeah, that was a new joke. Okay. I will tell you 3 more and then I will get out of here. You guys were great. I live on Boundary Road, and that's in between. So that's a street. It's right in between. It's the boundary of Vancouver and Burnaby. Yeah, and there's a bus stop where I live. And I was walking home one day, and there was this guy. He was masturbating at the bus stop. Yeah, that's okay, right? You had a hard day. And sometimes people get horny on the bus, right? You're like, oh, you can go anywhere. That's fine. But I didn't like the way that he was jerking off. I didn't like how he was doing it. You're asking how? Okay. So he had no pants or underwear or shoes on. And no sign of it either. Like there wasn't a pile on the ground or anything. It's like, how'd you get there? Where's your bus pass? But he had a shirt and a jacket and a hat on. Yeah. So I was upset and I called 911. I called the cops. I was like, hey, cops, please send someone. There's a guy here. He's masturbating. He's doing it Donald Duck style. Or Winnie the Pooh, whichever one you like more. And the guy on the phone, he was like the cop on the phone, he was confused at my call display. He was like, wait, where is this happening? Are you in Burnaby or Vancouver? Because I have to either send the Burnaby cops or the Vancouver cops. And I was like, okay, this is a thinker. And let me figure this out for you. I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, okay, well, he's jerking off in Vancouver, but he's jizzing into Burnaby. I guess send the FBI, I don't know. It's tough. People are horny. That's my transition. People are horny, and I have a friend who is 26, and he is a virgin, and that's okay. I tell him that all the time. I'm like, hey, it's fine. Stop yelling so much. You don't have to yell. And he gets very upset. He's like, oh, Andrea, no one will have sex with me. I'm very qualified. I have an engineering degree. Oh. That's a good impression of him. And also, that's his argument. Yeah. Great. And I feel bad for him because I'm his friend. I want him to feel good about himself. I want him to feel happy. And so we made a pact where if by the time we both turn 40 and he's still a virgin, I will be the one to finally kill him. And I can't wait to do it. Yeah. Because it will be my first too. Always wanted to murder. I got a wax recently. I paid someone to wax my vagina at their house. Oops. Yeah, I knew that going in, but everyone has to start somewhere, right? I used to talk in my closet, and now I'm here. Maybe she'll wax vagina here one day. And so I go for upper lip and a Brazilian wax, and I walk into her living room. And the first thing she says to me, us first meeting, she was like, oh, we're gonna do your upper lip first because I don't want warts to show up on your face. I wish you guys were there, right? To react for me, because I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I hate awkward situations, so I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's very considerate of you. And we forget about it, and she's waxing me. She's doing the wax, right? She's waxing my butthole. And I'm sorry if you don't have a butthole. This joke's not for everyone. And she's waxing my butthole, and the wax is really warm. I'm relaxed, right? I'm like, oh, this is luxurious. This is the life my grandma wanted for me before she died at Costco. Right? She's happy. She's smiling. She's alive, so you guys chill. But that's when she decided to talk again. She was like, while touching my butthole, she was like, hey, you must be thinking, this is so awkward. No one's ever seen my butthole before, and now Wendy is looking at it. I didn't know her name was Wendy before that. Like, that's how she introduced herself to me. Also, in her mind, I have genital warts, which, okay, fine, who doesn't? Who doesn't nowadays? You guys are like, we don't watch people have sex, and we have never had genital warts. Which actually is not. Okay, anyways, so she wasn't, and okay. In her mind, I have those, and that's fine. But you have to do both to get that, right? No one's ever seen my butthole before, but I have genital warts? No. That can't, she knows that for sure. So I go through life, I'm like, hey, we're about to have sex. We're about to have unprotected sex. I have one rule. Don't look at my butthole. Because I'm saving it for Wendy, okay? All right, thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone. That's it. Goodbye. Thank you.